Every person who arrives in Saudi Arabia or any other country, they now have a passport that is captured electronically. Mr. Speaker, maybe time has come for us to integrate our passports so that automatically when you arrive in a country, our embassies are directly informed, so that when your passport is stamped and when they capture your record electronically, then the embassy also at the receiving country is able to capture those details. Mr. Speaker, this is the only way we will be able to get our citizens protected, because the system of appealing to people to come and register, as I've seen in the newspapers, SMSs and whatnot, is not working. So let us use the electronic developments that are recent to capture these and make sure that every Kenyan who is going to be received in another country is able to have his or her details captured. And Mr. Speaker, in that way we will be able to protect our people. So I urge the committee also to look at electronic solutions towards solving this problem. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Kindly, if I give you a chance to make a comment, just use 1 minute also, then so that today we have a lot of business to transact. The last one, Senator for Kisii County, Richard Onyonka.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I would like to, first of all, congratulate my brother, Senator Makau, for having raised this issue, and I hope that the committee will be seized of this matter very deeply and very seriously. Wambua, sorry. Mr. Speaker, at one time I served as Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs. The problem with the immigrant workers that are traveling out of the country is because, one, our country has actually never signed bilateral agreements which are binding with the countries where our poor and our struggling Kenyans are going to look for jobs. So actually what you find happening, Mr. Speaker, is that some of the agreements and contracts which have been signed cannot be legitimately questioned or legitimately raised in a court of law. And that is why you realize that when Kenyan workers travel abroad, and especially to the Arab countries, their records are dubious, their whereabouts are dubious, even the people who they are going to work for usually.
Just a moment, Senator Richard.
Yes.
Senator Kinyua, what is your point of order?
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, I just wanted to get clarity what Senator Onyonka was, because I had, like he said, he was deputy minister, so that's what confused me, whether he was in deputy minister in this country or any other. I don't know. What's that?
Senator Richard Onyonka, were you deputy or the other term?
Behaving. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I will explain to my brother. In the Francophonie, it is deputy minister. In the Anglophonie, it is the assistant minister. I hope I've made the difference. I wanted to explain that I hope the committee will be seized of this matter. And I hope, because, Mr. Speaker, many of these workers that you see going through this torture are actually hustlers. I hope the hustler government will now take it upon itself to make sure that you go and make sure we sign bilateral agreements with all these countries which are verifiable and which are reciprocal, so that then we can make sure that when Kenyans go to work out there, Mr. Speaker, they're treated with dignity, and then they're able to bring the exchequer transfer funds which are doing such an excellent job to make sure that our country moves forward. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Let's get the second statement from Senator Wambua. Oh, okay.